is my first time at a family event being vegan, and it's really funny. Of all of the taboo cultural identifiers I have, you know, like being queer and genderqueer and I don't know, kinky, goth, like all of the communities I've been a part of over the years, an artist, being vegan is the one I get the most shit for. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. I think it's just because so many people, I mean, everyone eats, right? And the second you say you're vegan, someone has to like defend like viciously the fact that they eat meat. And I'm like, you don't, it's fine. Please don't do that. Yeah, I don't know. So this is Delaware. It's actually rather beautiful. These are some of the marshlands. I don't really know much about them. There's some really cute birds and horseshoe crabs like along here, and crabs further out if you go out into the bay. We're kind of like in the bay and we're near Ocean City, Maryland. So that's where I'm at. So yeah, it's interesting. I've had to explain to everyone what I'm doing, you know, writing for tabletop role-playing games, and they're like, they give me this look. Like, what are you talking about? And then I go, you know, like D&D. And they're kind of like, some of them are like, oh yeah, and the other ones are like, and I'm like, you know, like dice rolling games where you're like rolling dice and like playing, you know, knights and dragons and stuff like that. And they're like, oh yeah. And literally that's where their understanding always stops. I think it's so weird because, you know, you don't have to do that with video games or board games. Like, you can name multiple board games or multiple card games or whatever of any other game genre, and most people will be like, oh, that's fine, yeah, I've never heard of that, but whatever, I can imagine what it's like. But like D&D and tabletop role-playing games are still like super unknown, and that's so weird to me. I'm like, at what point in culture do we decide that they're like too weird and like not everybody needs to know about them? I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm curious like where in role-playing history that happened. Like, was it the Satanic Panic? Did that like prevent people from exploring games more and they just stopped? Or was it like somehow how is it too nerdy? How is it more nerdy than other games? It's just weird. It's weird to me. I don't think of it as very nerdy, but like the rest of the world definitely does. And it's funny, it's just funny to be reminded of that. I'm like usually hanging out with you know, so many gamers, all of you online, and people that I know in real life. It's like a lot of my friends, like most of my friends. So it's just really funny to, you know, step outside of that for a little while and have to explain it to everyone again. Yeah, those are my deep thoughts, I guess, for this video. Why the hell is D&D so weird, and why can't people just accept vegans? I don't know.